Today marks 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. It has also been a year since Ukrainians by the thousands have fled their homes in search of safety. Close to 10 million have escaped the fighting, but find themselves in places where they can't speak the language, have little, if any, of their belongings, and have uncertain futures.
We are surrounded by kind people who we really trust. It's just like our own house. We feel like home with all these people around us.
This week, the United States began dispersing $9.9 billion in grant financing to Ukraine.
The devastation from the war is so clear, and so is the kindness of those trying to help. The war prevented one young girl from getting a life-saving surgery. But thanks to a program that allows Ukrainians with family in the U.S. to come here, she was able to get that help. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins shares her story.
Dianka has reason to sing. She and her family lived through the Russian invasion of Ukraine a year ago, fearful of when it would reach their city. Dianka suffered severe scoliosis, a curved spine, a common issue for 90% of children with cerebral palsy who need a wheelchair. Corrective surgery scheduled for February 28th last year, canceled when the Russians invaded 4 days earlier.
I want this war ends like now because so many people died, many children.
Fortunately, Nadia had family in Strongsville who reached out to the Uniting for Ukraine program. It allows family to sponsor relatives fleeing Ukraine for 2 years. They arrived last summer, and Nadia got to work finding a hospital for Dianka.
I saw many hospitals in the internet. I asked many people about a hospital in the USA, not only in Akron or Cleveland.
She didn't have to look far. Dr. Todd Ritzman is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in scoliosis at Akron Children's Hospital. He does mission work through Spine Hope around the world and heard about Dianka's case. He also knew surgery was imperative.
Just continued progression, and ultimately it can, shorten lifespan because of lung problems.
The hospital helped the family get Medicaid, and in January, Dr. Ritzman and his team helped straighten Dianka's 135-degree spinal curve.
The biggest issue is especially when upright, that the pelvis really collapses inside of the thorax. So the stomach and gastric contents up into the torso, into the thorax. And so it can really affect digestion and breathing. This is a big deformity. So, probably traditionally here in the States, we would have operated on this a few years ago when the deformity was 50 or 60 degrees in size. And so it had doubled in size.
The 9-hour surgery placed implants into her spine and got it down to a 40-degree curve, allowing Dianka to finally sit upright, pain-free.
And she very happy that he can sit longer time than before surgery. She likes singing. It's very important to have straight back, because when she sings, she can sit straightly.
Dianka got out of the hospital on her 13th birthday. She's now in school, but because of the war, can no longer take online Ukrainian classes.
No internet, no online classes.
The family yearns to go home, but until they must, they're grateful to Dr. Ritzman for giving Dianka a reason to sing.
And we have a present for you.
Nadia made him a shirt to say thank you.
Thank you very much. Pretty remarkable just to think of the life they've lived and experienced in comparison to the ones we do, or my children and I do. So it's a pretty special thing to be able to interact with them, to see their resilience, and to see that they're no different than we are.
Monica Robbins, 3 News.
And Dr. Ritzman believes Dianka will not need additional surgery. He's so happy that her lung function will improve to help her sing even better, which I think is going to be hard to do. She's a great voice. Great story.